What's up, guys? It's your boy, Black Bolt. Today, we're going to be reacting to Vinland Saga Episode 9, Oath. And I think we're getting into the deep of things when it comes to Vinland Saga. I do think that last episode, it was pretty heavy in the sense of like, we're starting to get into the meat and potatoes of Vinland Saga. I know in the first 3 episodes it was kind of like slow, kind of ramping up, but I feel like as these episodes progress, we're starting to get more and more of a development of the main story and the relationship between Einar and Thorfinn. And so I did want to indicate that in the last episode we had Einar say something very interesting to me, which was, looking at you now, I could hardly tell that you were a warrior before. And that just, I think that we're seeing Thorfinn's development through these episodes, and he's more and more becoming that of a farmer. I think we're seeing him surrender himself to become something that he wasn't before, like, because all he's ever known was being a warrior, right? I think that stuck out to me the most. I also like the fact that they were fishing with Grandpa Kettle. He said some really good liners about like letting things go, and a lot of dialogue from the last episode was really good. But the cliffhanger is what I'm very interested in, because they end up seeing that their farm was destroyed. Einar is upset, tries to confront the retainers, and Thorfinn is like kind of on the fence of even trying to kind of defend himself, because I think he says something along the lines of like, who am I to be the one to be upset when I used to be the one that would do this, or like something along those lines. But you get to understand what he meant by that, right? But they end up fighting the retainers, and you get to see Einar about to throw the punch, but it's actually Thorfinn. And in the middle of the fight, I think he gets punched, and he has this flashback, or he automatically thinks of his father. And then we see him, this strong imagery of him falling in a cliff, straight down, and I think he's screaming out to his father. So I'm definitely interested to see what's going to happen in this episode. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into episode 9 of Vinland Saga, Oath. Let's get it. I'm really excited about this. I'm low-key scared. Is this Finland? The show does this very well. It sets the mood to the flashback.
夢か。ああ、恐ろしい。父上殺されちゃってたよ。化け物みたいな大男と戦って。
Even sounds different here.
しまいには奴隷と来たね。
Well, I got chills when he said that. I think he wants to free his mind. Oh, shit.
なんだ、こいつ。いい加減に。倒れろ。
Damn. Einar's not taking no for an answer, bro. He's a real one.
はっきりさせようじゃねえか。ああ、ったく。やめだやめだ。覚悟しとけよ。奴隷のくせにこんだけはしゃいだら、半端な罰じゃ済まされねえぞ。
Oh, shit. That other guy's just knocked out cold. Dude, I'm nervous for them. Oath. Dude, that could mean anything. Uh-oh. His father looks tired. Mad.
父上聞いてよもう。今すんごい夢見ちゃってさ。たくさん矢が飛んできて、父上なんか。
血の匂いがする。え？誰を殺した？
Whoa.
その剣で。
Whoa. Oh my god. Is that baby Einar? Oh shit. Dude, this is crazy.
お前を守るために守るための力だったんだ。すまなかった、トルフィン。教えなければいけないことがたくさんあったのに。
父上、これは俺が
すまなかった。
俺の
Damn.
したことなんだ。
お前を一人残して。
父上、待って父上。
今ならお前にもわかるだろう。お前に敵などいない。誰にも敵などいないんだ。どこにもいない。いなかったんだ。
Wow. This voice actor is doing such an amazing job. No, that's not right. Oh, that's okay. He says Valhalla because of the belief. Okay, that makes sense. Dude, this is such a crazy imagery. Whoa. Is that Jorn? It is Valhalla.
まだそんな泥に引っかかってんのか、トルフィンよ。よう、ご無沙汰。
God, I miss him so much. Ah,
こりねえやつだな。
of course he scolds him, bro.
また戻ってきやがったのか。
Again?
ここがあの世だってのか。冗談じゃねえぜ。あの世ってのはもっといいところだ。写しよそのものだろうが。
Oh shit.
ここはクソどもの吐きだめだ。戦士が最後に行き着くところ。
Wow.
ここじゃ自分以外は全員敵なのさ。
Wow.
自分以外全員敵。
覚えてるか、トルフィン。お前もかつてはこの世界の住人だった。幸か不幸か、お前は一度自分がうつろになった。
Yeah. Because he's empty.
ここに引き込んだ張本人が言うのもなんだがな。お前は運がいい。ここから出られるやつなんてそうはいねえ。
So Thorfinn was able to escape here.
戦士でいっぱいだったお前の中の器は一度空っぽになった。今は何が入ってる？
Wow. It's like they're having a current conversation.
まだ戦士だ。
Hmm.
俺はまだここの住人だ。今だってもう手が限界なんだ。つくづく成長しない人間だ。
俺はってか？やれやれ。内政も結構だが 目は開けとけよ。すげえのが足元に近づいてるぞ。
Oh, so scary.
おいおい、蹴るのかよ。ひでえな。そいつらみんな
Oh
お前が
shit.
殺した人間だぜ。
This is so crazy to me.
どこの誰なのかわからない。いつどこであなたたちを殺したのか
He regrets.
思い出せない。
野暮な連中だな。メソメソしてる暇はねえぞ。またここに落ちたがねえんだろうが。ならそいつらをぶら下げたまま登れ。登れ。それがお前の戦いだ。行け。お前が殺したそいつらを連れて本当の戦いを戦え。本当の戦士になれ。トルミ
Oh, that was so incredible, bro. Fuck.
本当のエイナル、エイナル、おい、生きてるか。
勝ったぜ。
So dumb, bro. Girlfriend over here is fighting for his life.
お前があんにゃろうと思った時は
I love. I just love that they have each other, bro.
エイナル、俺は今までに大勢の人たちをこの手で殺してしまった。お前の家族のような名前も知らない人たちを、何の恨みもない人たちを。なのに今日また人を殴った。
Dude, this is growth, bro.
もうこれっきりだ。俺はもう二度と人を傷つけない。暴力と決別するんだ。
Wow.
生まれ変わって償いをしなくちゃ。本当の戦いを戦うんだ。
そうか。わかった。よくわかんねえけど、よくわかった。
生まれ変わるんだ。
I'm a whole mess this episode, bro.
お咎めなしだって。そんなバカな。今朝荒らされた畑でパテルが見つけ出した。
They found evidence. Serves them right, bro.
畑は信太に荒らされた。喧嘩などなかった。そういうことだ。わかったな。
Let's go.
ありがとうございます、旦那様。仕事仲間から孤立することをちっとも恐れんか。鍛えられております。元奴隷ですから。当てるぞ。クワの重さで振るんじゃ。
Guys, I am a mess this episode. This episode was so good, man. I wonder if this was the turning point for everybody watching season 2, but from beginning to end, man, Waterworks. I think the imagery in this episode was I'd even argue that this was the best episode for season 2 thus far. The internal conflict is real, like for Thorfinn, and I think so. Two main points that I wanted to touch about. Thors talks about being a true warrior, right? So he, excuse me, and I'll see if I can muster up what I'm trying to say. He sets the foundation of what a true warrior is. And then you have Aslad bridging the in-between from Thorfinn, where he is now, to help him achieve being a true warrior to Thors. So the idea of Thors passing on, but giving him the idea of being a true warrior. And then I think this episode encapsulated that Aslad is the bridge to reach that for Thorfinn. And he tells him, like, this whole episode, dude, I was a fucking mess when Aslad came back, dude. I love that man, and it's just incredible to see him and like his presence in the series, and the presence of like Thorfinn, what he means. So Thorfinn is just, it hits home, bro. Like, I was a fucking mess when he came on and started talking to Thorfinn and talking to him like, you know, like, hey dude, like, you're still in the same shithole, like, what's up? Like, you talk to him like if no time passed, like, you know, like, hey buddy, like, what's up? Like, long time no see. Oh bro, that, anyways, so he is the bridge to that gap. And I think he tells him like you used to be in this shithole, you can get yourself out. Take the people you've killed with you and keep climbing. Like, you can be a true warrior. And I think the imagery really set the tone of like all the warriors being on the floor, Aslad being in a pillar. Aslad wasn't like everybody else, or I feel like everybody else was really one-dimensional and stuck being a warrior, that everybody was grounded. Aslad was different. I think he encapsulated different things and wasn't just all about fighting. Like, there was more to his madness. And we see that at the end of episode 24 in season 1, where he went mad but took one for the team to save Wells and to save Canute. That man just, you know, he's in a separate category of his own. But nevertheless, he serves the purpose of Thorfinn, and understanding that he can get himself out, that he can do these things. And it's just the dialogue between them two that just really helps Thorfinn be like, okay, I can do this. Like, I'll take his words and trust that my battle is somewhere else, not down here. And I just think that whole conversation was just amazing, and the dialogue and stuff like that. And then him going down and fighting people that were shooting arrows at him is just like a perfect description, perfect relationship that they had with one another. Because at the end of the day, like, even though Thorfinn was engulfed with hate, like, their relationship was bound to one another. And I think Aslad, he already understood, coming from a man that he admired, Thor's, you know, obviously him, you know, being killed off, and then his son being with them the whole 10 years, he understood that it was just more than what Thorfinn wanted to get out of the relationship between one another. He really looked at him as like a companion. Like, he even offered his life to Thorfinn to just so he would be okay with like the after fact that he was going to be passing away. Like, he's such a selfless character, but he's perceived as a selfish character, but he's the most selfless out of everybody. Anyways, and I think him standing on, like, once he wakes up and has this conversation with Einar is just beautiful. Like, he comes to the realization of like what just happened and that he's alive, and then Einar is like knocked out in front of him. But I think what was really important about this episode was the fact that he swore off violence. And then to put the cherry on top of this episode, seeing his father in the distance and then walking away, it's a step in the right direction. And this is why I think the relationship with him and Einar is so pivotal to the story, because even though like obviously we see Thorfinn as a warrior and Einar as in the receiving end of like who Thorfinn's attack, Einar was basically like, I don't understand, but I hear you loud and clear. Like, I just think that this is truly both a healing journey for both people. And this adventure of like trying to create this form, just advocating for becoming themselves and overcoming what they've been through these past years. They both have trauma and they both are now relying on each other 100%. And I feel like that's such a crazy step forward that it's just, it just makes me happy. And I love that they get no punishment. I think that this is looking pretty good. But now I'm just wondering, because obviously we had in the cliffhanger with Canute in the next episode, I guess. And like, how does his story tie into Thorfinn's? And like, you know, we see Thorfinn swear violence off, and so I'm just kind of curious to see how they if they coincide, what part of the story are they gonna meet and what's gonna happen, because you know there's a lot of history there. And I just think that it's just gonna make for such an incredible yet unorthodox moment, being that where Thorfinn is now to where Canute is now. Like, it's just two totally separate stories ready to kind of like bump heads. So, and Thorkel's out there too, so it's like, you know, I'm getting ahead of myself. But guys, that was episode 9, Oath. An incredible episode. I think it's one of my favorite ones, one of the best ones so far. Let me know what you guys thought of that episode. I think by now I have my Patreon uploaded with like a few episodes ahead, but this was such an incredible episode, and I'm kind of curious to hear your thoughts. And when you saw this the first time, did you guys feel the same thing? Were you guys a hot mess too? Because I am destroyed. You guys saw it. As always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. It does help me out a ton. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm sure there's gonna be more episodes like this, man. I've been loving this. So yeah, we'll catch you guys later. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon.